I'm Amanda. I have a son, Ian, who has FOP. I think the first time I noticed something was not quite right with Ian was, of course, at his birth, with the malformation of his two great toes. And back in 1995, that really was not a big alarm for any of the doctors. When I visited the nursery, I saw a group of doctors surrounding Ian, and I did think right then and there something must be different about him. And I obviously looked at his toes and knew something was different. So Ian's onset of FOP was when he was 4, just before his 5th birthday. And he spiked a very high fever, and he had a very swollen neck. We had noticed lumps and bumps that had come and gone in the previous months, but they literally came and went pretty quickly. So as a young mom, you always think it's just something that he bumped his head and it'll go away. We took him to the local medical center. We were living in the Rocky Mountains at the time. That then led us over to a physician in Vail, Colorado, who then felt that Ian probably had some form of cancer. So she suggested that we go down to Denver the next day and get a biopsy. I was very lucky that Ian's general physician at the time called and suggested that we go home to New Jersey, where our family was and my husband was. Fast forward to New York City, and the team of doctors were there were oncologists that were looking at Ian, and other pediatricians, rheumatologists, all sorts of specialists. And we were very lucky that a endocrinologist looked at Ian and misdiagnosed him with something called scleroderma. But luckily, along with that diagnosis came no biopsies. After a while, Ian was not getting better. We got connected with another famous, this diagnostician also diagnosed another girl in New York that had the same kind of symptoms that Ian did, and he also misdiagnosed her with scleroderma at the time. And as two mothers, early on, we got together and we started to compare notes. She was the one that got the correct diagnosis of FOP, and she called us and told us about this new diagnosis. And at that time, we knew both of our children had FOP because of the telltale toes. Well, I always feel that if you touch a mother and you teach a mother and you support a mother, you touch and support the nucleus of a family. So mothers naturally, because I'm a mother, was the place I always start. I always believe lift her up, educate her about FOP, talk to her, share stories. We're all on the equal playing fields, no matter where an FOP mother exists on the globe. We're really not any different from each other.